You're about to hear 7 secrets that destroy excuses and turn actions into real results. These aren't cheap motivational tricks. They're mental triggers aligned with Stoic philosophy and proven by modern science. If you commit to just one thing, apply one of these for 30 days, your life will shift irreversibly. Now imagine for a second, what if all your suffering is just a signal that you're reacting wrong, not being resilient, not choosing where to focus your attention, not building your identity? Stay until the end. I'll close with a simple 5-minute ritual that ties everything together and guarantees you won't slip back into your old life. Come back to me. Do you really want to change? Keep watching.
1. The trigger of radical responsibility. Radical responsibility isn't about punishing yourself. It's about returning power to the only thing that can transform you, you. Epictetus said, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them." When you identify where you actually have control, your thoughts, your actions, your routines, and where you don't, other people, events, the past, you immediately cut off the energy of victimhood. Modern neuroscience shows that taking responsibility activates prefrontal circuits associated with decision-making and problem-solving. In simple terms, assuming responsibility makes your brain more action-oriented and less drama-oriented. How to apply? Choose one real problem, finances, relationships, health, and list 10 possible actions that depend only on you. Execute the smallest one right now. Reflect, what will I accept as my responsibility from here forward? Practice the language daily. Replace "this happened to me" with "this is my task." Why it works? Taking responsibility changes your role. You stop being a spectator and become the author. The psychological power is immediate. Each small win reinforces self-esteem and creates a positive feedback loop. This doesn't eliminate suffering, but it changes the type of suffering, from helplessness to purposeful effort, and purposeful effort transforms results. 2. The trigger of directed attention. Attention is neural fuel. The Stoics called this governance of the mind, deciding where your mind focuses. Science confirms it. Repeated attention strengthens synapses. What you feed with focus grows. Today, in a world of infinite stimuli, paying attention is an act of strategic courage. It's not just choosing tasks, it's choosing your life's theme. When you train directed attention, you reprogram tendencies. Anxiety caused by scattered worry converts into clarity that generates action. How to apply? Implement 2 daily attention blocks, 45 minutes concentrated on your biggest goal, no phone, no email, and 10 minutes of mindfulness, breathing. Each night record, where did my attention go most today? Reinforce tomorrow's intention. Why it works? Directed attention creates plasticity in brain areas associated with executive control and memory. Instead of reacting to the flow, you produce flow, and producing flow is the shortcut to mastery. It's not talent, it's focused repetition. In practical terms, projects that used to take months start moving in weeks. Anxiety drops because your brain knows what to prioritize. 3. The trigger of discomfort exposure. The Stoics trained deliberate resistance, nights without luxury, fasting, challenges. Today, we call this hormesis, small doses of stress that strengthen you. Psychologically, avoiding discomfort increases sensitivity to suffering. Facing discomfort on a small scale desensitizes you and expands tolerance. Science shows that gradual exposures elevate resilience, increase neurotrophins, and recalibrate the reward system. Direct translation, you become stronger, clearer, and less enslaved to impulse. How to apply? Choose 3 strategic discomforts: morning cold shower, 20 minutes without phone after waking, 30 minutes of difficult reading daily, and maintain for 30 days. Each week, anchor a new discomfort. This isn't masochism, it's conditioning. Why it works? Deliberate discomfort refines your suffering threshold. Real pressure situations stop destroying your emotional state because you've already trained through thousands of micro situations. The result is practical: calmer decisions, deeper focus, less procrastination, and self-esteem forged in real experience, not rhetoric. 4. The trigger of conscious silence. Silence isn't the absence of noise, it's internal space where the mind reorganizes itself. Seneca recommended retreats and silence. Quote, "Most of what we say is unnecessary." Neurologically, periods of silence and meditation activate the default mode network for reflection, reduce cortisol, and increase creative clarity. Silence allows you to observe automatic patterns, the same ones that generate impulsive reactions, and choose a different response. How to apply? Create a daily ritual of 10 to 20 minutes of non-technological silence, meditation, walking without audio, unedited journaling. Use silence as a mental audit. What thoughts appear? What recommendations does your anxiety bring? Why it works? Silence creates distance between impulse and action. Instead of reacting to the first thought, you observe, evaluate, and respond. This reduces impulsive regrets and increases conscious decisions. On life's stage, whoever masters silence commands the scene. You start choosing when to speak, act, and retreat, and that choice is the core of Stoic freedom. 5. The trigger of chosen identity. Identity precedes action. The Stoics taught that character is practice. Act like the person you want to become. Contemporary psychology confirms beliefs about yourself shape behavior, and repeated behavior solidifies beliefs. Switching from goals to identity makes the difference. Instead of, "I want to run 5K, you become, "I'm someone who takes care of their body." The difference is the first depends on results, the second creates automatic habits. How to apply? Write your desired identity in first person and describe minimum behaviors that identity practices daily. Exercise micro-commitments, acts so small there's no room for excuses. Repetition creates coherence. Why it works? Changing actions without changing identity creates resistance. Changing identity reorients motivation. When you see yourself as the person who takes certain actions, the brain seeks congruence and behavior follows. This transforms the long term. Your life won't be a series of isolated efforts, but a coherent sequence of choices aligned with who you are. 6. The trigger of emotional neutrality. Emotional neutrality isn't coldness, it's conscious choice between reacting and responding. The Stoics valued observing emotion without submitting to it. In psychology, this process is called emotional regulation, simple cognitive routes, breathing, reappraisal, that reduce impulsive responses. When you create even small intervals between stimulus and action, bad decisions evaporate. How to apply? Train the 10-second delay. Facing any emotional trigger, anger, impulsive desire, count mentally to 10 and breathe. In bigger situations, extend to 5 minutes. Combined with cognitive reappraisal, ask yourself, "This is a stimulus. What useful purpose can I make of it?" Why it works? Delay plus reappraisal activates the prefrontal cortex over the limbic system, reducing automatic responses. This preserves relationships, bankroll, and reputation, areas destroyed by impulsive reactions. In public or private, emotional neutrality is the difference between someone who regrets and someone who decides. 7. The trigger of strategic simplification.
Marcus Aurelius, reduce, concentrate, do what's in front of you. Strategic simplification is eliminating the noise that drains energy, social media that adds nothing, too many goals, poorly defined routines. Science shows that multitasking reduces efficiency and elevates cortisol. Focusing on few levers produces exponential results. It's the strategy of the best. Choose 1 to 3 objectives that, if achieved, transform multiple areas of life. How to apply? Do a weekly inventory. List everything consuming time. Cut 50% of what isn't absolutely necessary for your 1 to 3 objectives. Create a rule of 1 hour of deep work per objective per day. Automate and outsource the rest. Why it works? Less noise equals less indecision equals more energy for what matters. Simplicity isn't laziness, it's conservation of psychological resources. In a few months, you'll notice real progress, fewer incomplete tasks, more momentum, measurable results.